Hey everyone, today we're going to do a small section of one lab to manage Azure Active Directory identities. This lab is available on GitHub, and we're just going to do this portion of it, create and configure as Azure AD users. I'm just going to follow the instructions in this lab exercise and try to implement that in an Azure environment that I have. So job is to create or configure Azure AD users. So we'll go there and go to the Active Directory. So let's go to my Azure instance and let's go to Active Directory. And in the Active Directory, what I'll do, I'll bring it in another window so it's switching is a little bit easier. On the Active Directory blade, scroll down to Manage section, click User Settings and review available configuration options. So we'll go down, and a lot of time what I do, I actually find there's sometimes a lot of things that are in here, so I actually search for the option that they're asking me to look for. So manage is the section that I need, so I just type manage. Okay, and sometimes the other thing that I noticed that these names of some of these sections, they keep changing, so if you search it, it may not quickly come up. So you may have to dig a little bit more. So scroll down to the manage section, click on user settings. So let's try this one. Okay, so let's go over here. See, now the manage is over here. So user setting, you can go there. Now it's just asking us to review what we have. So in my scenario, in my subscription, app registration, user register application, it's by default it's no. Administration portal, restrict access to Azure AD administration portal, yeah. And you can click on this icon and it's gonna tell you some information about this particular option. And LinkedIn account connection, can someone connect to my AD with their school account with LinkedIn? Right now it's set to yes. So let me go back. On the Azure Active Directory blade, in the manage section, click on users and click your username, user account displayed in the profile settings. So let's review my own account. So what it's saying, we have now reviewed that, that's good. So go back, sorry, not resource scope, go back to Active Directory, then users, and that's me. So I can click on this one and it's gonna bring up my own account display profile setting. On the Azure Active Directory, in the manage section, click users and then click your user account to display its profile setting. So this is my profile setting. Okay, here's a little bit of graph, how many times I logged in. It looks like around May 20th or so, I was very active in this account, but on average it's probably 3 or 4 times that I'm logging in. Okay, and you can edit and add more information from this profile if you want to make some change to my account. All right, so click edit in the settings section, set usage location to use United States. So usage location for me is already set to United States, but you can come over here. If it's not set, you can click here and you can set the location to United States, usage location right here. You can, it's a drop down menu, you just look for the United States and set it. Okay, block sign in, no, I don't want to block myself. And here they're saying this is necessary in order to assign Azure AD Premium P2 license to your user account in a later lab. That is interesting, I didn't even know that. So for whatever reason, your usage location has to be in the US for this lab to work, so do that please. Now create a new user. Okay, so creating a new user is pretty easy. So other than this information, they're saying leave other identities, other with the defaults. So username and name, they are exactly the same. So what we'll do, go to users, all users, okay, click on new user, and in here username, you're gonna paste that, name is gonna be exactly the same. Let me create the password, okay, everything that is, let me create the password. Well, let's enable that one, and here's the password they're asking us to use, the initial password, so let's do that. And usage location, again you gotta set it to United States. So groups, role, we are not changing anything. United States is where what you have to put. I had it there, United, where is it, United States, here. So right here, and then job title is a cloud administrator, look at that. And department is IT, can you believe that? Okay, so I think we have got all of that. And copy to the clipboard your user principal name, username plus default, because you will need that later. So what they're saying, if you come over here, here is the copy to clipboard button over here, you can click on it, and then you can possibly open a new window and just save this one, the whole name, because you're gonna need this to log in to the Azure portal with that username. Okay, so we're done up to this point. In the list of user, click the newly created user account to display its blade. So now I can create the user. So I can hit create, and you can see this notification right over here. It's almost immediately, it said successfully created. Okay, where is the user? I think this is the user we just created, and that's as per the instruction. I clicked on the username. Now you can see the properties of this particular user that we have just created. Okay, so let's go back. So you're looking at this blade. Now the blade means really, once you click one of these items, whatever comes up, that's kind of what it's saying. Like if you, this is the assign roles blade, this is device blade. So just be familiar with that term. If someone says go to the assign in blade, they're saying go and click on this particular link, and it will open up the information about it. Alright, so we are done up to step 7. So review the options available in the manage section, and note that you can identify the Azure AD roles assigned to the user account as the user account's permissions to Azure resources, as well as the okay. So what they're saying, so let's see if we have a manage anywhere showing up or not. Yeah, there is no manage, there's a manager but no manage. So let's go back, see if I have a manage again, and I do not. So I'll just go to user setting. Here I don't see anything either. So let's go back to users and look at the profile of this new user we just created. So pretty much what they're saying, we can we know that who that user is, principal name, user type, this object type that's usually created for every single user. I'm trying to see if there's a role that is assigned to this user that you can see from here. I don't see anything. I see only the group membership. I can click on over here. That's a that's a group I created long time back. So when I created it, it got automatically assigned. So don't worry about this one. This is not part of the lab actually. So I'm just gonna go back over here and come back to this. Okay, in the manage section, click assign roles and click plus assign button and assign the user administrator role to this user. Oh my god, so that's important assignment role that I'm going to assign to this user. So user we have already done. So from user assign role, this is the assign roles blade. In this role, I'm still I'm still in this particular user. I'm looking at his assign role. I don't see any roles assigned to him. So add assignments, and we are supposed to give him user administrator role. So I can just copy this. Okay, and then over here I just search for that particular role, and right here the role is, and I've selected. Here's the add button. I'm going to click on it, and it's immediately, it says you successfully added directory role, and it's showing up over here now. And I don't think you need to save or anything. That's all you need to do. The role has been assigned. Now open in an in private browser window to the Azure portal using the newly created account. Okay, so let's open an in private new window. Okay, let's go to portal.azure.com, and over here what we're gonna do, we're gonna go back to our user where we saved the username. I'm gonna come back, put it there, and password, we already know the initial password, so we'll go over here, get the initial password from here, and I'm gonna put it here. It's gonna ask me to assign a new password for the user, so let's do that. Okay, do that too. Alright, I think I got the password. Alright. Okay, it's saying your organization needs more information to keep your account secure. So a lot of time, if it's an administrator account, you get that. You may also need to do this one time for any account. So you gotta do, either you can authenticate via email or via phone, and you gotta do it. So I'll just do maybe authentication email. Let's send it to one of my emails, and I'm just gonna say email me, and it's gonna send you an email, and you just gotta get the security code from there. So let's see if I have, well, I'm just gonna open, it's in private though. I don't want in private. I just gonna go regular window. Just gonna go to Gmail, and let's see if I'm logged into my account. Yes, I am. So let's open my email where Microsoft has sent that verification code. Let's get the code. And now I can close this window and put that security code back in and verify that account. Okay, you will need to set up at least 2 of the following options. So this one, I also need this one, United States. And for this one, I'm actually going to pause the video because I don't want to give you guys my phone number. Alright, I'm back, and I have just done both of the verification, and I'm back in my Azure portal. So now let's go back to our exercise again. So we have done all of that. We sign out as the Azure account user from Azure portal and close the in private browser window. So we are done with this task that we started, where we have created a new user. We have set the usage location to United States, and this is important if you want to assign the PIM role, AD Premium P2 license. And we have logged in. We have changed the default password that we began with, and we made sure the user can log in to this account. All right, let me see if we have done all of them. We have done that. Okay, so this is actually asking us to create another user. So another thing that is important, it's saying while this user account can access the Azure Active Directory tenant, it does not have any access to any Azure resources. That is very important to understand. So what we have done so far, that in the AD directory we have assigned the role, but the role is not really linked to any subscription or any resources, and the role-based access control is very, very important in Azure. So let's actually go back, and if you see, although I'm logged in as that user that we created, If I look for subscription, I shouldn't see anything because this user doesn't have any access to any subscription at all, and you see that there is nothing like that. So although I can log in, I can't really do anything until a role-based access is really assigned to me. Alright, so let's go back. In private browser user setting, note that you do not have permission to modify any configure option. So I can also go back to user setting. So let's see, Active Directory is the only thing where you can go as this particular user. So if I come over here, and what you need to do, users, and let's see, this is me and I logged in like that. Okay, and pretty much that all you can do, and you cannot do anything else. And if you look at assign roles, you're the user administrator over here, but you cannot do anything at this time. Okay, so we have done up to this. So another thing we need to do, we need to create another user, this particular username. So we can do, so we already know how to do that. So let's go back, and I can get out of this window. I'm gonna go back to this user who is the owner of this account. So I'm gonna go back to default directory, and not create directory, I want to create a user. Go back, Active Directory, users, new user. That's a new to let me generate default password again. Usage location, United States again. Job title, System Administrator, and the department is IT. Okay, so again, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna copy this, hit create, and save that username as well. And once that's done, I'm gonna go and open another in private window again, and go to portal.azure.com and try to log in as this user. Okay, let's get the password, initial password. Now it's gonna ask us to reset the password. Alright, so again it's gonna ask for the same thing, authentication emails. I'm gonna pause the video, do this authentication, and then come back. Okay, I have done my authentication, so let's go back to our lab instructions again. So sign out. So what we did, so we logged in, we created another user, we assigned these properties, and we have verified that we can log into the account to our Active Directory. Now this one we're gonna do next in the next video that is coming up. Thank you for watching.